instead of focusing on I always attract abundance or I always attract money, shift it and speak of how in your life through experience you have always managed somehow to attract opportunities to grow, opportunities for you to see something out of the box, something beyond that which you were capable of perceiving or you thought, right? And this is called all of the times that you've stumbled and fallen, all of the times when we've not made our material targets, or anything that has really brought out that instinct in you to survive. All of the times when you were going out of your mind, and they say out of your mind for a reason, because certain situations will make us feel like, okay, this is not my mind's domain. My mind is not really going to be able to sort it out. And your mind will literally cop out. They can't cope. The mind doesn't cope. And what kicks in? And that's when the other sense in you wakes up. Call it a spiritual awakening, call it your God sense, call it your energy sense, but something else inside of you takes over. And that is the truth of you. Something in you says to you, no, I'm not this. I'm not my mind. I'm not this person who is going out of their mind. But in a way, you are going out of your mind because that's exactly what needs to be done. And eventually, you're not going to find your answers in no matter how much something really feels good to listen to. Something feels really, oh, wow, yeah, that's the solution. Or you think, yes, I've nailed it. This other thing that I'm talking about, the infinity of you, or that godliness, the holiness of you, comes in stillness, comes in that silence. It's there. And it comes, why do we meditate? Why do we say, be mindful, notice everything around you? Because in that moment, you are enhancing your senses. You're enhancing your ability to sense. So your sensory perception is becoming more acute, right? So you're literally able to pick up things. And this is where, and there were times when people used to go to oracles, well, they still are, or you read divination cards. Now imagine where you don't do any of these things because you just feel it. If you like, you can call it your sixth sense. Something in you just wakes up, and all of a sudden, or gradually for some of us, you're able to listen in to the subtle current of life, that subtle current of life, right? Why are we chasing after money, or even trying to manifest money or big houses or status or any of these things, or even follow a particular diet or do this or do that? Just hone into your own stillness, and in that acute awareness, you will just know what's happening and what your next step will be, because every step that you take in your life is one step closer to the preparation of the most evolved version of yourself. And that most evolved version of yourself is the version that incorporates your soul, your spirit. That needs a place in your life, although it is already there, but your acknowledgement that it's there, and your acknowledgement and awareness of the part it plays, and the part that part of other beings play in our lives. So our lives are not limited to our three or third dimensional, or this reality that we see just with these five senses. No, it is way, way beyond it. And one of the first things that starts to happen to you when you start to realize this is the synchronicities. Everything starts to make sense. Things are falling into place, or when even when things are absolutely falling apart, you will know, and you know that there is another plan. You know there's a bigger picture to all of this. That's your spirit side. That is the whole of us. That's the part of us that doesn't change. What we're living is an illusion. What this entire existence that we have, it is an illusion. And the reason why it's an illusion is that it's changeable. Look at how many times that you've changed stuff in your life. Yeah, it's just an illusion. And what stays, notice one thing: if you have a cold or if things are falling apart, there's still something alive in you. There's still a feeling in you, or there'll still be not the mind, but beyond the mind. You can hear it, but not with this ear, not with our senses. You've got to go beyond that. You can. We all can. We've all got this gift. You just have to crumble, right? Because in our deepest sorrow, our deepest pain, our deepest trauma lies our biggest, biggest gift of life. And somehow you will manage to rewire even your physical brain when you have this big, big dose of pure love, which is at the core of you, and it is who you are, it is who I am, it is who we are. And whether we are in person together, or whether we are all globally even aware of each other, the truth is, together we are one, alone we are nobody. Because if we are unable to cross from individual to group to universal consciousness, then there is still work to do. Yeah, and that work that is to be done is in fact no work, is just being, working towards just honing in to a state of being. Just be.